Praise be Jesus Christ. Hi everybody, I'm in a dumpster again, doing a little bit of dumpster diving and picking up some of these beautiful wooden pallets. I want to do another overnight wilderness challenge and see if these wooden pallets can keep me warm and alive overnight. So I've been grabbing some. I always ask permission before I do dumpster diving, and the guys told me go ahead. So I filled up back of my truck. Gonna grab a few more and then I'm gonna head out into the wilderness and we're gonna see if these wooden pallets can keep me warm and alive overnight. I managed to get 12 pallets in the back of my truck and I think I found a spot to camp out, so let's do this. Check this little tree out here. Full of dry, dead branches. This is the moment of truth. I only have one chance to basically get these pallets burning. If they don't light in the first attempt, I think we're out of luck. Got the lighter. Let's do this. The fire seems to be burning well here. Some of the pallets are catching. I need to be careful. The plan is to have these pallets keep me warm all night. so they can't burn too fast. I brought 12 pallets, but 2 were full of chemical, I think a pesticide, so I couldn't use those. I got 10 pallets. I want to emphasize, you saw I started the fire with this lighter. This is your number one item. When you're going out into the bush, you bring a lighter, you stay alive. Now, maybe it was a few months ago, I did an overnight challenge with the one item, the lighter. So I went out just with one item, a lighter, and then for this overnight challenge, I gave myself 2 more items. So I accomplished one night with one item. Now tonight I have the lighter plus 2 other items. So the one item that I added is a pot. This is simply so that I can boil water and have clean water. It's not safe to go to the river, so I'm gonna have to boil snow, and that way I've got water all night. You know, when people talk about, oh, if you were stuck in the wilderness, what items would you want? A pot is, after a lighter, to me, this is your hydration. So I brought a pot, and then the second item I brought, I hope to unveil at 3 a.m. I'm hoping this will do me till 3 a.m. And so I have some more details, but I'm gonna check on the fire here, and let's see if we can make it through the night. The pallets are burning well, but they're burning way too fast. They're throwing a lot of heat, but I'm gonna have to rearrange things. The most important thing is the fire needs to keep burning. If it goes out, I'm in big trouble. I do have backup birch bark and kindling wood, so I could restart it once if I have to. But I really prefer to keep it burning. But if I keep burning it at this rate, I started burning at around maybe a little before 6 p.m. And I think I've only been at it for like maybe 40 minutes, maybe not even half an hour. If I keep burning at this rate, in an hour, I won't have any wood left. And again, I really hope to at least make it to 3 a.m. So I'm gonna totally slow things down. I got a little bit of my extra kindling wood. I also found some chunks of junk wood that will burn really slow and maybe keep things going. So that one pallet is burning way too fast, but that's okay. It's throwing a lot of heat. There's no worry about freezing right now. The only worry is at this rate, this will not get me through the night. But I knew that. The plan was just to shift the pallets around so that you get a constant slow burn, enough to keep me warm and hopefully to get me through the night. I suddenly realized that I'm thirsty, and so I'm gonna have to make myself some water. When I do an all-night challenge, I love praying the 20 decades of the rosary, but it's hard to keep track of what was the last one you prayed. And so I've got 5 sticks out. So I'll do the 5 joyful mysteries first, and every time I pray a decade, I'll take one of those sticks and throw it in the fire. And my water should be nice and cool, so I think it's time to have my first drink of water. Cheers. Oh, that's good. A little smoky, some bark in there, the true taste of wilderness. Those pallets right there are warming up and drying out. Pot of water's on. This is what I call some junk wood that I found. It's steaming, So that's hopefully drying out and that'll keep burning. This is a pallet that has plywood. I'm warming this up and drying it out, and I think I'm gonna put it right there because the prevailing wind is going that way. And I'd like to try to sleep on this if it's dry and warm at one point in the night, right about there. It actually started raining, and so I built myself a little quick rain shelter here, and I got those nice warm gloves. We're by the fire, so I'm sitting on those, and so now I'm gonna shelter myself under my rain shelter. It's 8 p.m. It's still raining. I'm in my rain shelter. I want to start feeding pallets one by one into the fire, one every hour. So I have 1, 2, 3 there. So 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I'd rather not build the one that burn the one that has plywood, but I do need to start burning pallets one an hour, and they're going to be soaking wet. And even my so-called junk wood is all soaking wet now, but still kind of drying. So I think I should be fine. This part of the challenge. Let's put a pallet on the fire. Hey, come on in. Mi casa es su casa. Oopsie. Mi casa almost fell apart here. The rain is coming down still, but I've got my little casita here made out of pallets. I've got these gloves to sit on, which makes it a lot more comfortable. I got my pot of wilderness water. I'm drying out my sweater, and I'm loving it. The rain is coming down. I really wasn't expecting rain. I'm so glad I've got my little casita to keep me dry. Fire's burning nice. It's crazy hot. I wish it was snowing. I'd prefer snow, but I like the challenge, and so far so good. You see my 5 sticks? Those are for the luminous mysteries. I scraped all the coals closer to my casita, and right here the sand, the rain is falling on it, and it sounds like the snap, crackle, and pop of Rice Krispies. It's just about 11 o'clock, and this is my last pallet. Once I burn this pallet, then I need to start burning my beautiful little casita. I hope the rain stops because I kind of need my casita to stay dry. I do have what I'm calling this junk wood here that could burn for a while, so let's see what happens. The first glorious mystery. Lord Jesus, you rose from the dead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I'm burning this last pallet very slowly because once this pallet is gone, all I have left is my rain shelter, and it's still raining, and I don't think I can burn my rain shelter, so I gotta stretch this out for as long as possible. It's almost midnight, and I decided that I'm going to unveil my third item at 2 a.m. rather than 3 a.m. on account of the rain. So again, on this overnight challenge, I allowed myself 3 items. The first time I did an overnight challenge, I had 1 item, lighter, that's it. This overnight challenge, I added 2 items. So I added my pot, and at 2 a.m., I'll unveil the other item. And if I get through tonight, the next time I do an overnight challenge, it's going to continue to increase exponentially. So I get to add 4 new items. So the original first one plus the 2, so that's 3, plus there'll be an extra 4 items. So I'll have 7 items the next time I do an overnight challenge, and that'll be nice. There's going to be lots of old nails once this fire goes out, so I bought myself one of those heavy-duty magnets, so I'll be able to pick up all the nails. This is a bonus item I brought along. It's a little notebook. I wanted to bring some scriptures along for this overnighter. The main one is Luke 6:12. In these days he went out to the mountain to pray, and all night he continued in prayer to God. I love it, 'cause I know that you're alive. You came to fix my broken life, and I'll sing to glorify your holy name, Jesus Christ. A safety item I bring along is a spotlight. That way, if I hear a scary sound in the bush, I can see if it's a pack of wolves that are about to attack me. And I've been hearing sounds from the river, and it turns out the river filled up with ice, and it's been making noises. So that's what that's all about. It's 1 a.m. That means we're on the home stretch. At 2 a.m. in 1 hour, we're going to unveil the third item, and hopefully we can make it to 3 a.m. Well, it's 2 a.m. I made it. Fire's still burning, and you're wondering what the third item is? Very simple. It's coffee. When I did my last all-night wilderness challenge, in the middle of the night, I was thinking, oh, I would so love to have a coffee to look forward to. And so I said, the next time I do an overnighter, I think I'm definitely going to want to have some coffee. So that's what we're doing here now. Gonna put the coffee. This is instant coffee. Got some sugar mixed in, and also some powdered creamer. Quite a bit, actually. And so this is gonna be the treat. Just a few closing comments before I let you go here. The rain was the big surprise for this overnight challenge. I thought for sure I'd have cold weather. I had no trouble keeping warm with the fire. It would have been nice to have a few more pallets. I wasn't expecting to have to build a shelter like this, which I love. I think this could be the beginning of some more elaborate shelters. And in terms of the pallets not being considered items for the limited item challenge, the reason I don't consider them items is when I did the overnighter last time, I found an area where there was tons of standing dead wood, and I knew, okay, no problem having wood for the fire all night. And so when I saw pallets kicking around that I could get for free, to me it's kind of the same idea. They're free, takes a bit of work to load them up, and they're just part of the fire, keeping the fire burning. So I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. I'm gonna stay here till 3 a.m. That was my minimum goal, and so with the rain, I think at 3 a.m. I'm going to pack it in, and I'll take this down tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me, and Viva Cristo Re.